Oh, hey EXPs, it's Jay, and today we're going to discuss preparing for your first event as an EXP. How do you ensure you are prepared to execute your event? What steps do you need to take to make sure that you are adequately not only prepared, but you have communicated and reached out to all the necessary individuals? And more importantly, how do you make sure that you are able to obtain consistent opportunities and build a great rapport with the account manager or staffing coordinator? Make sure you stay tuned to this video where I'll go through a few tips for you to keep in mind. Oh, and while you're at it, make sure you hit that subscribe button below to receive insight on this as well as future videos. You guys like my Nathan's hat? I like it. See you guys soon. Hey EXP, so I decided to ditch the Nathan's hat, but if you guys love it, go ahead and leave me a comment below. So, preparing for your first event. First, I want to say congratulations. You have just did what a lot of EXPs have been able to do over the years, and not only all your hard work is going to pay off. Yes, it may seem like you applied with many experiential marketing staffing agencies and you were not given an opportunity, or you entered your information into various databases, all with the hopes of obtaining opportunity, oftentimes even sooner than you have now. Hey, do not feel bad. It took me a while before I was able to obtain consistent opportunities, and even my first opportunity as an EXP. I had to go through so many lists and apply with so many companies and reach out to so many account managers and staffing coordinators. But hey, I'm a living testament that it can be done. So do not get discouraged. Continue to apply. So you have obtained your first opportunity. Now it's time to get ready to execute your event. As you guys can see, I am dressed in what is preferred or is one of the types of attire that you may be required to wear when executing an event as an EXP, an experiential marketing professional. So a few things to keep in mind prior to executing your event. Number one, make sure you confirm at least 24 to 48 hours prior to your event. If you've been confirmed, and another term that we like to use within the experiential marketing industry, booked to execute an event, then you will be receiving event details from either the account manager, the account coordinator, or the staffing coordinator who booked you for the opportunity or booked you for the gig, as we like to say. So make sure you're checking your email on a frequent basis. And if you have not received the email with all of the event details, such as the date, the time, location, what the specific job duties will entail, make sure you reach out to the account manager or staffing coordinator who booked you for the opportunity to make sure that you receive that information. This will ensure that the account manager knows that, hey, you're all set and you're good to go. And also on your end, after reviewing everything, if you have any questions or concerns or things that may not have been clearly detailed to you within the event recaps, make sure that you pose those questions then so that they can be answered in a timely manner. Number two, making sure that you complete any necessary training, whether you will be executing an event where you'll be required to present a particular product or service or a new vehicle that may be coming out, or, a lot of entry-level opportunities for EXPs, fall in the realm of brand ambassador or demo rep, where you may be in a retail location. If that's the case, make sure that you obtain any training materials prior. Usually is sent in an email form via PDF or a document. Or if you will be executing an event for months on end, there may be a video training or a in-person training. Whatever the case may be, make sure that prior to your event, you take the time to look over your training manuals and you write down at least 3 to 5 key talking points about the brand, product, or service. I cannot tell you the number of times I have worked as a demo rep and have been secret shopped. Clients who hire experiential marketing agencies to execute their events and then hire us as EXPs to actually execute the events in the field, they have secret shoppers. They'll come out to your events, they'll ask you specific questions about a brand, about the product or the service, and you are expected to be able to relay that information in a clear, concise, and articulate way. So please, it behooves you to get booked for an event, to confirm, and to not read the training manual. If you're not well abreast and you do not take the time to learn the necessary key talking points, it could prohibit you from obtaining future opportunities with that particular company. So please make sure that you take the time to review any training manuals. If there's anything within the training manual that you are unsure about, ask questions prior. Third thing you need to be aware of is to make sure that you are presentable. Today, as you guys can see, I have on a white button-up and a black slacks and a black belt. And this is one of the most common types of uniforms that you will be required to obtain as an EXP when executing events. So making sure that your shirt is not wrinkled, making sure that your pants are not wrinkled, making sure that everything fits you appropriately, and making sure that it's free from any stains, any debris, or any dirt prior to you executing the event is important. You have to make sure that you come to an event presentable and that you read the necessary uniform requirements prior to ensure you have everything that you need from a uniform standpoint to execute the event. It may require khaki pants, you may be required to wear jeans, or the actual agency may provide you with the attire, whether that be a shirt, type of pants, or even shoes. When you're executing events, having a pair of black flats for ladies, black tennis shoes for men and women, as well as black dress shoes for men, and making sure that you have, neutral color belts are all some of the key things that you need to keep in mind. But I'll be creating another video in the future to go in depth on that topic. So, fourth thing that you need to always keep in mind is to make sure that you confirm, if necessary, the day of the event. Oftentimes, yes, you took the time to confirm 24 to 48 hours prior to an event and you're good to go, right? And you're gonna be there and you know that you're gonna be there. But hey, things happen, emergencies occur. So the staffing coordinator may require you to confirm for the event the day of. If that's the case, making sure that you send that text, which may be required an hour prior, or many companies and many apps have now been developed where you have to check in via an app with your location setting on at least 30 minutes prior at the location to the execution of your event. So making sure that you are frequently checking your emails and you are taking the time to check in prior to your event is important. Next thing you need to keep in mind when preparing to execute an event, hey, the most important thing, execute the event and have fun. This is your chance to interact, to engage with consumers, to talk about all the product information that you learned in the training, and to articulate it in a way which is unique to you. Yes, there are certain things that you have to keep in mind when you're executing an event. However, also remember that consumer experiences are dependent upon the EXP, the Experiential Marketing Professional. Therefore, it is important for you to come, ready to engage, ready to interact with consumers, to answer any questions they may have. If you don't know the answer to a question, do not give the wrong answer, and just have fun. You're there, you're being paid to execute an event and to ensure that that consumer has a memorable experience and ultimately drive sales as well for that particular product, service, or brand. So, hey, don't forget the overall goal and meaning here. Have fun and enjoy executing your events. Next thing you would have to do in order to prepare for your events is to make sure that you complete any necessary event recaps. Part of your responsibilities as an EXP is not only to execute the event, but clients as well as experiential marketing and staffing agencies want to know, how did the event go? What was the consumer's reaction? What did they like? What did they dislike? What do you think needs to be improved for the next event? These things may all need to be addressed by way of an event recap, which will be sent out to you either prior to the event or right after the execution of an event. It also may require you to upload photos as well. And usually when you are required to complete an event recap, you must do so in a timely manner. Account managers and staffing coordinators like to have it within a certain time frame so that it does not delay your payment. So take a few minutes to complete those event recaps to ensure you are paid. Next thing, it is important on the day of your event to ensure that you arrive on time. It doesn't matter the position within the experiential marketing industry or the event you will be executing. As an EXP, you always have to be on time for any event. My rule of thumb is at least 15 minutes prior to your scheduled event is when you should arrive on site. So if you need to check any routing changes, plan for any unforeseen traffic, be sure to do so prior so that you can arrive on time. And lastly, have fun and continue to apply for other events. So, did you enjoy your first event? Did you love interacting with consumers? Did you love the flexibility that you had to be able to pick the jobs that you wanted to work, as well as execute events for some brands or products or services that you may not have been familiar with, but you loved learning about? I don't know. I know I enjoy working as an EXP. So that's why I'm still here, and that's why I wanted to educate you on how to prepare for your first event. And it's important. Since you've had that great experience, go ahead and continue to apply for future opportunities. As you continue to obtain opportunities as an EXP and you continue to progress within the experiential marketing industry, you will build your resume full of experiences, which will then propel you to apply for positions, within the experiential marketing industry and move into other avenues if you choose to do so. I have been executing events well over 10 years, and I can tell you, starting at the entry-level position with no experience to now working as a CDLA tour manager has been one of the most rewarding experiences to date. So don't get discouraged if you haven't received your opportunity. Continue to apply, continue to build rapport with great staffing agencies and staffing event coordinators that you've worked with. And remember, you are a brand within a brand. So it's important that you represent yourself accordingly and that you always maintain high levels of professionalism. You're always presentable and you are always personable and engaging with your personality. So thank you guys for tuning in. I think I'm gonna go ahead and put the Nathan's hat back on. Feeling a little experiential. So thank you guys again for tuning in. Thank you. If you enjoyed this video, give me a thumbs up. Let me know, how did you prepare for your first event? What are some tips that you've implemented over the years? Feel free to add them in the comments below so we can share them with new as well as vetted EXPs. And hey, if you enjoyed this video, be sure to subscribe to receive notifications on future videos. I'm going to dive deeper into a few of the subjects I covered today. Enjoy the rest of your day, and thank you guys for tuning in. See you soon.